Welcome to the Beach House Beach Bunker. I'm Tyler Glen, and this is the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life for a thirsty Thursday, one step closer to the weekend, and we have got a weekend warm-up on the way. But first, we've got to get through a frosty Thursday, starting off our morning again in single digits at the Beach House. Ay, ay, ay. It's going to get nice and hot for the weekend, though. On today's show, we've got an update on the hijacking out of Victoria, BC, that Cessna airplane, that wingnut that had the plane in the air and caused all kinds of problems at Vancouver International for almost an hour day before yesterday. We've got some more details on that and details on fighter jet scramble to bring this guy down. Also, the Canadian travel ad that is melting the internet this morning, especially in the U.S. It's making Americans cry. A Canadian travel ad you probably haven't seen yet, and it has broken the internet. We'll dissect. Coming up, we'll see how true this is. We're also going to talk more ice cream today. Canada's top 10 ice cream truck treats. This is ice cream treats on a stick. This could be popsicles, fudgicles. This could be that ice cream cone with the gumball in the bottom. I can't remember what that is. But we are going to do a deep dive into the top 10 ice cream truck treats for summer. And oh, heaven help me, we have something called Halloween creep. If you have been in a large store, you already know what I'm talking about. Halloween creep. The costumes are out. The candy is out. What the heck? We don't even have the kids back at school. When does Spirit Halloween open again? It's coming up. Also, will this be the summer finally marking the return of the comedy blockbuster? We've been waiting. I've been complaining that there's no funny movies anymore. Everyone's scared to make a comedy for possibly offending somebody. Those days could be coming to an end with 3 big comedies in theaters, one of which is doing really, really well, but it's being overshadowed by The Guy in the Cape and Lilo and Stitch, and we're going to talk a bit about that. Coming up this morning on the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Look, there's our single digit. It was actually 6. 6 at the Beach House Beach Bunker as we started this morning. Oh, it is cool. Compared to what we've... Oh, hang on a second. We've got one of our cameras back up, so I'm going to take that season 5 finale graphic out of there so you can see the road at Austin. Speaking of the season 5 finale, it is 2 weeks today. We will put the wraps on season 5, which began back in January. It was coming back from Christmas and New Year's. It was minus 50 with the wind chill. We were hip deep in school cancellations and postponements. And now it is the dog days of summer. 2 weeks today, season 5 wraps. We're back August the 11th. It's a Monday with season 6 with some new and exciting stuff. There's always something new and exciting every time we reboot the season, and I can't wait to get back already on the 11th. But I'm not going to lie. I'm dragging it today. It was camp day yesterday. I was Tim Hortons hopping, as I call it, and I did so much visiting. It's like my throat was sore, my jaw was sore, and not from eating those habanero chicken wraps, just visiting with everybody. Oh, I did so much visiting yesterday. It was crazy. What a crazy day. It was camp day, but it was also visit day. I don't get out much anymore. So it was like, oh my God, losing track of time. It was so fun, though. It was so much fun. More on that coming up. 22 is the high today with a mix of sun and cloud, and the weekend warm-up is on the way. Slowly, 23 on Friday. Might see a shower or thunder shower as the weather changes to warmer for the weekend. And then there's our beautiful Saturday, sunshine and 26 degrees, absolutely gorgeous. And then some much-needed moisture is coming in for the start of next week. So it could be a bit of a rainy, gray kind of week next week. I hope you're not on holidays. If you are, plan for some indoor stuff at least to start the week. Okay. Let's go. Thirsty Thursday. Let's get at it. Pitter patter. Let's get at her. Pitter patter. Let's get at her. It is Thirsty Thursday. We're on most platforms for hour 1 of the show. We'll move over to Twitch for hour 2 of the show. Twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. All the lurkers who dropped by yesterday to say hello, they already know they're watching through the website at tylerglenshow.com. And that'll get you the full 2 hours. If you don't want to be on the Twitch platform, just click on the link on my website there. Anything you need to know about the show, contacting me, any sponsor information, links to our sponsors can all be found on the website at tylerglenshow.com. Give me a second here. Oh. Okay, Road Reverend. Good morning, Zoom. But Bernice, both on Twitch. Cheryl's here, too, on Twitch to start the day. Good morning. Jody is over on Facebook. Cindy's on Twitch. Janine's on Facebook. Tracy Roger is here on Twitch. Richard's here on Facebook. Richard was one of the many that stopped by to say hi and have some visiting time with us yesterday. If my memory serves me correctly, was on First Street, I believe. Right, Richard, that you dropped by? That was great to meet you, pal. Thank you so much. Loretta is here on Facebook. Angie on Facebook, too. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Cheryl Ann says, the ice cream with the gumball is a screwball. Thank you. I loved that one. I also like the one with the mint in it. The mint bar, the Royal Canadian Mint, or I don't know. There's Canadian mint in there somewhere. Anyway, we're going to talk about the best, the absolute best, Fudgicle, Creamsicle. What is the number 1 highest selling ice cream truck treat? Not ice cream out of the tub. This is stuff on a stick predominantly, or cone related, or fudge related. Molly's here this morning. Good morning, Molly, and good morning to Cheryl on Facebook. It's nice to see you. The screwball ice cream with the gumball at the bar. Everyone was talking screwball. KDD 4380's here on Twitch. And Nick says, I saw a sign for Spirit Halloween outside PV Mart, where PV Mart used to be. Saw it yesterday. My first thought was, wow, already? I have an opening day for you. It's very real. If you're new to the show, we're a very topical program, keeping you on the cutting edge, keeping you in the know. And actually, I've got information about the hijacking in Victoria that you won't find on other Canadian media websites. There's a reason for it, and it has to do with this. Bing, bing. You know what I'm talking about. That's coming up. But yeah, Halloween creep is real. Get your pumpkins ready. As long as the pumpkins I can deal with. The pumpkin spice in July, no, come on now. It's too early for that. It's too early for the sweaters and the boots. Good morning, Pebbles. Sunshine emoji, coffee emoji. Happy Thursday. Quentin is here too. Both Pebbles and Quentin on Twitch. Trev is here too to say good morning. Cindy is dragging it too. She says, I feel like snoozing too, Ty. It's so awesome. It was such a great day yesterday. It was such a great day, but so much talking, so much visiting. A lot of hugs too. I like that part. There was a lot of hugs yesterday. Sending kids to camp. Yes, we met on First Street. We did. Richard said, you're a lot taller in person than I guess maybe, is the camera angle not good? I've had a few people say that, which is a lot better than you're fatter in person than I thought you'd be. Or maybe that's code. Maybe that's the woke code. I don't know. You're much taller. Well, thank you. Thank you. Trev says, mint chocolate chip, the best ice cream is blue licorice. I don't see that much anymore. Tiger's one you don't see that much anymore. But we're talking ice cream truck stuff, because we've kind of, I think you missed the ice cream shows, Trev, but we have really talked a lot. We've done a lot of ice cream. It's summertime. We've talked a lot of ice cream through season 5. Jody says strawberry shortcake. Let's do yesterday's good thing. Yesterday's good thing, because that's where we will begin. Tim Hortons Camp Day. Thanks to all those who dropped by to say hi. It was amazing. This is the First Street location. Mackenzie and her crew over on First Street. What a beautiful day it was. Now, when we first started out, it was a little bit windy. But we started out at the Victoria Avenue location. We were there for an hour between 10 and 11. Then at 11 o'clock, we went over to 18th Street. Later on, members of the Brandon Wheat Kings came over. They brought the Wheat Kings mascot. I think the mayor came and had a donut. I seen the mayor eating donuts. And it was just a perfect day, aside from that wind at the start. It was kind of blowing the games around. But by the time we got over here to First Street, the wind had died down, and Plinko was flowing, and people were stopping by. And like I said, it was just an amazing day. Congratulations to the tremendous staff at all the West Manor area Tim Hortons locations, because, they were out there squeegeing windows. They were cleaning windows. You could tell they were right into it. It was just total staff investment. They were all into it, having fun. And all I was doing is telling people, hey, please buy tickets for these little draws that they had these beautiful gift baskets filled with prizes. So thanks again to those who dropped by, all the Sunseekers and Lurkers who brought hugs, brought money, and actually came for coffee, hot or cold coffee, to support the cause and sent kids to camp. And Melanie up on the Trans-Canada, such a wonderful person. It was a good thing. Nick says, to be fair, when he's doing the show, he is sitting down for it. Yeah, you can't tell how tall I am. I used to be 6'4". I've been shrinking lately. It's old age. Oh, there's Greg. Thanks for your support. Thanks for having me, Greg. Boy, it was a busy day, hey? Holy cow. That was fantastic. Here's Greg and his crew. I like that shot of you by the tent. I didn't have a tent. I didn't have time for the tent. There's no time. I apologize. I was visit, hugs. Oh, off to the next spot. Might have to do 2 hours and 2, and then maybe trim back locations next year. I don't know. Maybe we'll change it up. It was so busy, so fun. Camp Day, yesterday's good thing. And I was Richard's good thing. Well, that's so kind of you, Richard. It was nice to meet you. And Quentin's good thing is that he is working on his Strongman fundraiser. And he is excited about the Strongman fundraiser coming up again. It's coming in fast. It's been 5 years. Fantastic. Also another local fundraiser. Tremendous community support. That's what it's all about. Cindy says, GT Michelle is home to help out. Was making a bunch of good food and Yeah, it was. It's funny that you mentioned that. The Baba thing. It was. I was another thing. I was running into all kinds of Ukrainians yesterday, and it was funny. I was. I guess my grandmother, who has passed on, was close to me yesterday because it was like, I don't think I spoke more Ukrainian than I did yesterday. Like Duja Dobre and Boja Boja and Hroshi and these Ukrainian, they laughed. These girls, they thought it was the greatest thing ever. There is this big Canadian man talking in Ukrainian, and they understood it, and they thought it was. I was impressing people. These Ukrainian girls. It was. Out in the fields, out in the West Texas town of Ethelbert, Manitoba, I was getting bit by mosquitoes and bugs and playing in the fields and playing with the dogs and getting lost in the grass. Hello, help me. Help me in the grass. Everybody was busy yesterday. Oh, that's good. Lots of good things. Derek says Simple Jack killed it last night in Hamiota. Had the big car show, big market, downtown Brandon. It was a busy night for that. Great night for the market in downtown Brandon. That's fantastic, too. Was a busy day. What a crazy Wednesday. Feels like the height of summer. Feels like the height of summer. Pebble says over at the Riverbank Discovery Center, and they enjoyed some outdoor time and then some indoor time to do a little bit of coloring yesterday. Oh, I wish I was there to do some coloring. Coloring's relaxing. They say adults should color too. Did you know that? Experts say that, if you find yourself a little stressed out, find yourself a little full of anxiety, it's what you need to do. You need to, like, at your workplace, have some coloring ready to go. And then if the boss says, what the hell are you doing? You just say, listen, this is for mental health. And look at this. Look at how beautiful that. How does that not put you in a good mood? Buzz and flowers. Look at the smile. See that? Look at the smile. To be a kid in summertime. Then it's off to get ice cream. Coloring pictures, getting ice cream. Hey, when's back to school? I don't know. I don't know when back to school is. Who cares? It's summertime. It's summer vacation time. And before you hit your summer road trip, stop into Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC Certified Service Express for your quick serve oil change. 1500 Richmond Avenue in Brandon, where they're going to make a donation to the Bear Clan Helping Hands and Samaritan House every time you go there. Some great organizations doing great things in our community. And you're helping out every time you go to get your oil changed. And those fluids checked before you hit the road this summer. Certified Service Express, the very best at Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC, 1500 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. I saw the crew at Auto Fashion sporting all kinds of coffee yesterday. They were sending kids to camp. You had the bracelets too, Cass and Herman and staff. They were chugging coffee for camp day. That is so awesome. One sponsor supporting another. Auto Fashion, from minor dents to a full showroom shine. They're MPI, SGI accredited. If you're ever hit with hail, Auto Fashion is the name to know. Window tinting, ceramic coating and paint protection, and more. You'll find them at autofashion.ca. And physically, you'll find them at 255 17th Street North, behind Best West Pet Foods and Lee's Buffet. And the king of the buns, the Bun King, he has been crowned. The Bun King has been crowned. And you know who I'm talking about here? I'm talking about Curtis at Kuiper's Family Bakery. He is the Bun King because the best buns in all of Manitoba are found on 1st Street at 1411 1st Street. There he is, buns in hand, talking to children at various schools and daycares across southwestern Manitoba. He is beloved. He is treasured. He is the king. You've heard of the Dairy Queen and the king of burgers, Burger King. This is the Bun King. Because those buns in the summertime, well, let's face it, all year round, are tremendous. And yesterday it was International Hot Dog Day. So if you were celebrating or you missed it and you want to take part in National Hot Dog Day, by all means, get the best in the business at Kuiper's Family Bakery, 1411 1st Street, just north of the 1st and Richmond corner, next to Tasties. Yesterday's good thing. Trev says, GT, heading to Winnipeg to hang out with my youngest boy and go watch the Bombers play tomorrow. Finally, they're back in action after a break. I think it's Calgary tomorrow, and that's going to be good. We haven't seen the Bombers play in quite some time. It's football, of course. And Molly, good morning, Molly. Molly, GT, I went home, played Fortnite, kind of lied around, still had a good day. Hey, you know what? You gotta have some fun. Gotta have some fun. Kick back. It's summertime. Crank that air conditioning. And a little bit of Fortnite. Today's World Emoji Day, by the way. World Emoji Day. And so I'm asking you on my Facebook page, if you take a look in the top left corner of your emoji keyboard, you will find which emojis you use the most. Here is a quick look, a quick gander at some of the more popular emojis being used by sunseekers and lurkers across Western Manitoba. I just put this up this morning. And so a lot of party time, sun, smiley face, and hearts. There's a lot of hearts, a lot of love. There's a lot of love in emoji land. Although Carrie Cole's got the, jeez. She's really, Richard, you're lying. You don't use the poop emoji the most. Come on. You're just saying that. Hearts, lots of hearts. Oh, Cheryl's got kisses. Hearts. Dana's got poop. Yeah, I don't think you use the poop. Chad says poop too, and then he gives us the finger. That's not right. That's not right. You're not playing this game right. You guys are not playing right. Andrea's is kissing and then laughing and then, I don't know. Janine's with the laugh and then cringe and then whine. I could get that. I could get behind that. Dawn Patricia heart and then smack in the face and bleh, that emoji, the bleh. Man, lots of people sharing what emojis they use the most. James Ryland says he's the monkey of see no evil, hear no evil, and then speak no evil, James. On World Emoji Day. Happy World Emoji Day. On the Facebook page, too, also, if you have been to Disneyland and Disney World, it is the 70th birthday. Happy birthday to Disneyland. We were blessed to be able to go to both. Disney World once, Disneyland, I think, 3 times, actually. And I ask you this morning if you have had the opportunity to go to both, or you know a lot about both. Which one would you rather go to? If you've gone to both, which do you feel is better? Quentin's GT, he was at the downtown market and picked up some Saskatoon pie. You and your Saskatoons. You need a Saskatoon bush. Is that what it is? Or is it a Saskatoon tree? Or are they planted like carrots? Are Saskatoons planted like... No, I know. They're like potatoes, right? You put them in the garden and then you dig them up in the fall. Greg says, off to Minot tomorrow for the weekend. I'm sorry. I thought that was last weekend. Okay, that's great. We'll have a safe trip. Kids are waiting for the State Fair parade. That makes total sense now. That you would, my days all got mixed up. My brain is scrambled eggs. Yes, the North Dakota State Fair starts this weekend. I just saw this morning, actually, that, speaking of mushy brain, the guy I like, the country singer, why do I think it's Bubbles? It's not. It's the big guy that lost weight. What the hell is his name? It's sold out. Bubba, what the hell is his name? Oh, God. This is going to be a rough show. I'm off my game. I can't remember his name. Jelly Roll. Oh, my God. I'm losing my mind. Yeah, so they're packed. They're selling tickets like you. It's just a great lineup. Ryan's GT was procrastinating on cutting the grass in the backyard, but to my surprise, my youngest son got it done. Proud dad moment. Very nice. Cindy loves the coffee emoji. Oh, speaking of which, cheers. Cheers. I need to get this. Good morning, Lillian. Oh, she's sharing the money emoji that with the tongue hanging out. The with money. She likes that one. And, of course, hearts, of course. Jelly Roll, thank you. Thank you, guys. His wife is Bunny. Thank you. Oh, this is going to be a tough show. It's going to be tough. My brain is mush. Too many hugs. Is there such a thing? I don't think so. I don't think so, Tim. Too many hugs? No way, Jose. That was fun yesterday. That was fun. We're going to, speaking of travel to the United States, obviously we would like to have Americans come this way. Travel dollars are good dollars. It's all good. And there is an ad that is kind of melting the internet. It's aimed at Americans, done by Canadians, and it's getting a lot of attention. CNN is all over it this morning, and it's getting a lot of reaction, and I can't wait for your reaction to it. It's coming up in the next segment of the show. Also, we have an update on the suspected terrorist now. This is he's going to be charged with terrorism-related crimes. The guy who hijacked that Cessna airplane in Victoria and drove it to Vancouver International Airport, screaming and squawking, and we have got more details on that to share with you this morning. And Halloween creep. How early is too early to be getting the pumpkins out? This is crazy. You know, when Greg is down in Minot, if you go to a store called Hobby Lobby right now, they are literally, there's a section of the store, they're playing Christmas music. Now, in their defense, they're a crafting store, right? And they're getting, if you're preparing for Christmas, you have to, some of these projects take a lot of time, and they're getting people in the mood, I guess. But so that would be a good thing if you're a Christmas lover. You'd want to go to a store like that. Now, if you don't like Christmas, you may want to kind of avoid it. Or if you feel that Christmas in July is just a little too early, you may want to avoid that part of the store. But I always get a kick out of that. I'm just like, what the hell? Then you take some pictures of it, post it online, freaks people out. It's like, what the hell are you doing? Why is there a decorated Christmas tree? Well, it's because I'm at Hobby Lobby. Anyway, thanks for your good things, guys. Tomorrow is Friday. Let's do it again tomorrow and round out the week strong. Let's do it. It is a Thirsty Thursday. We're going to head off to California today for our beach break. This is Maury Point, California. Hopefully we've got a little bit of sunshine. Oh, it's a little bit dark this morning, so we're going to go back to some shots from yesterday until we get a little bit of sunshine. It's a beautiful part of the West Coast, and we'll be back with more food, fun places, and mayhem in just a bit. Almost at the weekend. Almost at the weekend. Maury Point, California. I'm seeing some people in jackets. I guess it is just not been super hot. Boy, Europe is hot right now. Oh, man, the boys in Italy, and it's just like 40 degrees every day. Hope he brings some of that home. The heck, what is going on here? Look, we've got more sunshine than Cali right now. We've got some sunshine and not very warm here either. Single digits, 8 degrees to start the day. And we should get a little bit closer to normal for this time of year. We should probably get around 22 degrees in the sunshine today. 23 tomorrow. Our nicest day of the week is coming on Saturday. Get something planned for Saturday outside. It's going to be a fun day. Could be a good beach day, actually, on Saturday. And get it in because there is some rain on the other side of that for Sunday. We're looking for some rain showers on Sunday, 24, Monday, 26, and Tuesday, 24. As we get you back into the Beach House Beach Bunker. Good morning, sun seekers. Hungover Thursday. Yeah. Get it together, Tyler. I'm trying. Oh, it's a Tim Hortons hangover. A Timmy's hangover. Too much coffee. Too many hugs. It was too much fun at camp day yesterday. Too much fun. Good times. We've got an update for you on the incident that happened off the coast of BC earlier this week. Ooh, Nick says he's got a device that's showing 5. Jesus, Murphy. That's cold. Let's just call it what it is. Ay, ay, ay. Come on. That can't be summer. Come on. Those 2 weeks of super hot heat is going to be it? Can't be. Just can't be. WestJet, before we get to the West Coast, I don't want to forget about this. WestJet is canceling 3 seasonal U.S. routes that had been planned to resume in the fall. They are permanently done. One of them is in Manitoba. Victoria to Las Vegas is done. They're shutting down that route. Ottawa to Fort Myers, Florida is closed. They are not bringing that route back. And Winnipeg to Los Angeles. We had a lot of Sunseekers, folks from Western Manitoba, that loved that. It was nice to have that flight direct into LAX, and it was awesome to have people from Hollywood come to Manitoba to scout, to plan for some film shoots. We've got John Travolta in Winnipeg right now. He's doing a 60s-based movie based on something regarding the Kennedy assassination. He's working on that right now, and it was great having these film crews and film executives and so on going back and forth. That won't happen anymore. Allegiant used to have Fargo to LAX direct. They've also nixed that. So basically, if you're going to get to LA, you got to get into Minneapolis, Toronto, or out to Calgary. There is nothing direct to Los Angeles anymore. To the city that never sleeps. No, that's Vegas. No, that's New York. What is it? Tinseltown? So that's kind of sad. The guy who was flying around that airplane day before yesterday, an ex-pilot, he called himself the Messiah of climate change. The Messiah of climate change. The 39-year-old man has been charged with hijacking, constituting terrorism, and RCMP say the suspect had an ideological motive and allegedly seized control of the plane at Victoria International after threatening a flight instructor, and then took the plane and flew to Vancouver. In his Facebook post on Monday, this guy whose name is Shahir Kasim says he's, quote, the Messiah sent to save humanity from climate change and to usher in an era of world peace. He is warning of abrupt, runaway global warming that will cause humans to go extinct in the next couple of years. In 2012, he held a news conference that no one showed up to, attempting to go on a cross-country bicycle ride to raise awareness on global warming. Now, unfortunately, the airline's former owners, Diana and Lars Bank, said in an interview that Kasim was one of their smartest and best pilots that they'd ever worked with. Very smart guy, bordering on genius, highly intelligent guy. Isn't that the way it is? Rocket scientists, and then all of a sudden it's just snap. They're very surprised. He was a nice guy. He had worked for them for a couple of years. Friendly guy. The last they'd heard that he was going to do a really long bicycle trek and, raise awareness around global initiatives. And then something snapped. His online posts, according to RCMP, included things like religion, climate change, advocacy for tolerance and peace. And so I don't know what he had hoped to accomplish by flying the Cessna airplane to Vancouver and getting in everybody's way. But that's what happened because he stole the airplane, he hijacked the airplane, and flew it over to Vancouver and was doing like all kinds of figure eights over the Vancouver airport. Now, there's speculation. Was he trying to maybe take that airplane, run it into another plane, maybe run it into another building? But what we do know for certain this morning, and it is not being reported, other than NORAD fighter jets were scrambled to bring this guy down. Just a few Google searches, you'll see that they were U.S. F-15 fighter jets from Joint Base Lewis McChord in Washington State. Immediately, as soon as there was a plane in the air and they said hijacking, potential terrorism, the Americans don't mess around. They had fighter jets in the air, in Canadian airspace, bringing this thing down now. You may not read that anywhere because we got this going on. And we can't be putting in the news that the Americans have come to our rescue again. Barry at CF, Canadian Forces Space Cold Lake, was having a Molson. He was too busy having a Molson to get in his plane. He says, thanks a lot, for helping us out, It circled for 25 minutes before it was intercepted and brought down and landed safely. Good thing. So it's nice to see we're going to be spending a little bit more in our military here. Maybe we'll get some more planes. Hey? I think that might be good. So, still south of the border, though, Canadian travel ad is aimed at Americans breaking the internet this morning. Hey, blessed mama, MJ, Molly, Nick, Derek, Ryan. So, there is an ad running in the United States right now that has taken over. We'll have some commentary, some commentary on the reaction to this ad. But first, it's a 30-second commercial. We're going to play it for you in its entirety so we can get your thoughts on it. And on the other side of the ad, we can get to comments. This is obviously taking place at a hotel or Airbnb check-in or no, it's a hotel check-in. Make sure I got audio here. And here is the ad. Let's watch together.
Bonjour, est-ce que je peux vous aider?
Sorry, I don't speak French. I'm just visiting.
Well, then welcome to Canada's Eastern Townships. Where are you visiting from?
I'm American.
Ah, okay.
So there's the ad. And it is getting a lot of reaction online this morning. The ad for the Eastern Townships. Trying to get Americans to, why are we hugging? I thought we were supposed to like elbow them in the mouth and then bring them to the floor and then pull the hockey jersey over their head and say, yeah, how you liking that, Orange Man? Boom, boom, boom. I thought that's what we were doing. I am losing track about what we're supposed to do. Media, tell me. Media, tell me what I'm supposed to do. 1 minute I'm supposed to elbow them in the face, and the next minute I'm supposed to hug. The hell is going on? Okay. Not much reaction to it. Not much reaction. I'm confused. Anyway, well done to the person who came up with this ad because it is obviously getting a lot of attention. CNN
Est-ce que je peux vous aider?
recently had an interview.
Sorry, I don't speak French. I'm just visiting.
A new ad campaign by the Eastern Townships Tourism Association is going viral on social media for its surprisingly simple message.
Welcome to Canada's Eastern Townships. Where are you visiting from?
I'm American.
Okay.
We could feel some real concern coming from American travelers. People were actually calling our attractions, our hotels, asking if they'd be welcome. So some people were even thinking of canceling their trips. So we knew we had to act fast, and we wanted to act with heart.
A simple hug touched the hearts of millions across the internet.
We've seen comments from Canadians saying, please come visit us, I'll give you a hug. And then Americans saying, I would really need a hug right now. How can I get this Canadian hug? The ad isn't about politics. It has a kind message, and it's our way of saying, even when things feel tense, our arms are still wide open, regardless of the political context.
Interesting. So I guess my question is it true? Because I haven't spoken to every French Canadian that
Bonjour, est-ce que je peux vous aider?
I haven't spoken to every French Canadian in the history of French Canadians. Okay, I just want to preface that. It's based on my personal experience, and I don't want to make generalizations. I probably only ever talked to maybe a dozen, and they've all been kind of rude in one way or another. They've all ended up being kind of rude people. So, if this was Newfoundland, I could see it. If it was the East Coast, I could see it. If it was friendly Manitoba even, could be a bit of a stretch. It's a little smoky here right now. We may not have time for a lot of hugs, but at least it's friendly Manitoba. I could see that. Quebec giving hugs to Americans? Really? I mean, we do have a movie in theater with a flying guy in a cape. I guess fiction is one of those things that we just embrace, I guess. I don't know. I'll tell you, on BuzzFeed, they've ran with it because it had the ad has gone viral. And the comments are awesome. Some of the comments are, what do you think about it? Nick says they already did that commercial as a beer commercial. I don't remember that, Nick. A beer commercial about Canadians and Americans? I do not remember that. Cindy says, maybe Canadians are supposed to be bipolar. Yes. Elbows up, elbows down. Be angry, be welcoming. What am I supposed to do? I don't know. When I go to the border and they ask me if I have anything to declare, do I hug them? I need instructions. Zuba Bernice says, I'm a hugger. That's how I greet everyone. Me too, says Blessed Mama. Quentin says, I don't see the problem. Looks like we're taking the high road. He thinks the ad is perfect. He's obviously never met anyone from Quebec. For all those, Jolene says, yeah, Quebecers are not huggers. This couldn't be farther from the truth. And then a lot of the comments, and this BuzzFeed is an American social media channel, obviously. It's funny that the Canadians are on this channel fighting about whether or not this is accurate and whether Quebec people are nice or huggers. I don't know. I'm glad you guys like it. I'm like Nick and Quentin like it. I'm confused. I don't know what to do. Should it be, or are we supposed to have our elbows up while we're hugging? I'm not sure how to do that. I mean, do we need a diagram? Is it hugging like this? Elbows up and elbows hugging, elbows up. Pulling the shirt over their head like a hockey jersey. That was the beer commercial I was referring to. Okay. Karen says, I'd be wearing my not Trump white t-shirt instead of the green shirt that the guy is wearing in the commercial. Chris says, I'm Canadian and I live in America. And so I love both countries. My favorite thing about this ad is that Canadians are fighting over whether or not Canadians in Quebec would actually hug. I am here for the comments. Oh, man. Jack says she's welcoming a refugee. She must hug a refugee. Val says you can pretty much tell that's MAGA right there. I can tell by his sweater. Really? Laura Lee says MAGA would not even visit Canada, would not set foot in Canada. Or anywhere outside the U.S., says Pam. Maria says, the sweater over the shoulders reminds me of bullies from 80s movies. Matt says, I thought she was calling for security when she hit that button. Linda says, I did too. I think that's the whole gist of it, is that look of panic and somebody help me, there's an American in my lobby. Surprise. It's a surprise for all. However, Rebecca said this can be verified. She says, we were in Montreal a couple of weeks ago, and an attendant at Delta's luggage drop-off came around his station and gave a woman in line a hug because she was traveling for a funeral. Oh, that's cool. Jolene says, I'm from Ontario, and after seeing that Quebecers are in fact huggers, I think I'm going to be moving, because we certainly aren't huggers in Ontario, especially in Toronto. That is a city where they're more the pushers and the shovers. So anyway, interesting ad. A lot of people are happy about it. I'm just confused. I don't know. Elbows up 1 minute. We have to ask maybe whether they are MAGA or not. I guess I don't know. Like, it would be interesting if they had had the marbles to put him in a red hat. Then that would have been with nothing on it, just a red hat to that would have been a little bit more provocative in my mind. But anyway, that's making the rounds. Doodle-doo-doo-doo. Hey, you know what? Yesterday, 2 days ago, Curtis, our Bun King, Curtis, over at Kuiper's Family Bakery, made a generous donation to the efforts involved with putting that new roof on the Helping Hands Soup Kitchen. Of course, that is an initiative that's ongoing until the end of July, because we need to put a new roof on the soup kitchen, the Helping Hands Soup Kitchen. And to do that, we are raising some funds, obviously, through 50/50. And that is online at Helping Hands Center of Brandon, Inc. on Facebook. And we could use your support, about 4,000 in the 50/50 right now. And there is, less than 2 weeks to go before they do that draw. They need $225,000 for their new roof. And there's a raffle box link there. Proudly supported by Epp Law Office. If you're in need of legal assistance for buying or selling real estate, if you would like to get your will looked at, or maybe you don't even have a will, you don't even know where to start, this place is the perfect place to call. They're so understanding, they're compassionate, easy to deal with, super helpful. They also do corporate law. If you're thinking of incorporating your business, they can help you out with that too. Epp Law Office is 642 18th Street, Uniday, right across from the RBC on 18th Street. At Leon's Furniture Superstore, Summer Comfort Sale is on. It's a new sale today, the Summer Comfort Sale. You can pick up the Oslo sofa for $799, save $800. Shop the flyer at leons.ca and save some big dollars on sofas, love seats, chairs, up to 50% off. It is about summer comfort. Having something nice for the rest of the summertime. Visit Leon's in Brandon at 3635 Victoria Avenue and at leons.ca. And don't forget, other than the taxes and fees, don't pay till 2027. And Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC, 1500 Richmond Avenue in Brandon, Westman's #1 EV dealership. Easy on the budget when it comes to passing up those gas pumps. There is incoming tax incentives. Be on the lookout for more coming. Was reading that last week. More tax incentives for EV purchases are on the way. Lower maintenance, no oil changes means fewer parts, fewer headaches. And if you're looking for an EV, the place to get it is Westman's #1 EV dealership, Murray GM in Brandon. Making the switch to electric? Well, they put you in charge at Murray GM in Brandon. 70 years ago today. 70 years ago today.
The dedication of Disneyland.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land. Here age relives fond memories of the past. And here youth may savor the challenge and promise of the future. Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals, the dreams, and the hard facts that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world. Thank you.
And now, Walt Disney will step forward to read the dedication of Disneyland.
1955, Disneyland was introduced to the world. It was about a decade and a half later that they built Disney World in Florida, and now there are Disney parks scattered across the planet. But I don't mind saying, it's one of my favorite places ever to visit, ever. There is nothing like Disneyland. If you've never been to Disneyland, it is as magical as sold. Now, a couple of things did surprise me about Disneyland. It's a little more expensive than I would have thought. But that being said, Disneyland is so incredible for its attractions, its rides, its even its foods are pretty incredible. And if you ever get the chance to go to a Disney park, I highly recommend it. But do bring cash because, the Disneyland parks are not a cheap place to go with the family. But here's the thing, and I've said this before. If you're going to a Disney park and you've saved the money and you put down the $300 potentially for one day, if you get a hopper pass and it's a 3-day pass, you're going to save a little bit of money. But you end up coming away from the experience going, you know what, this was kind of worth every penny. It is expensive, but boy, do they give you value for the dollar. There is a tremendous amount of nostalgia and technology and entertainment and costumes and princesses and Mickey and Minnie and all kinds of stuff. Oh, there's the It's a Small World ride. Love that one. I think that's Tracy's favorite one. somebody has to work outside this ride. And It's a Small World After All plays over and over and over again. I think I would probably jump off a cliff. It is pretty insane. But it's so clean. Staff members are walking around constantly. If a piece of garbage hits the pavement, they are there to pick it up and clean it up. It is one of the cleanest places you could eat off the sidewalk. And there's literally hundreds of thousands, if not tens of thousands of visitors a day that walk through the park. They keep it so clean. It is really meant to be an experience that's a once in a lifetime. Not to mention the fireworks. The fireworks is pretty amazing. That's the Disneyland Castle. Now, the Disneyland Castle is smaller than the Disney World Castle. The Disney World Castle is really big. That's a key difference. Bernie says, it's absolutely magical. Disney is absolutely awesome. Then you got Main Street USA, like something from another time. Look at how clean the street is. Not a stitch of gravel, not a piece of garbage. It's incredible. Blessed Mom says, find out before you go if they take cash. Everyone in San Diego was cashless. Quentin said that Disney was absolute magic. Tracy says, Disney World once, I loved it. MJ says, we've never been. It is one of my favorite places because you instantly become a child. And I think my kids like it because they, too, even in their 20s, instantly become a child. And they get a kick out of Dad becoming a child with them. Every member of your family instantly becomes a child. And they have really done a great job of encapsulating childhood memories, and you forget that movies like Toy Story and Cars and things have, oh, wow, okay, because it's not just, you think of Cinderella, Peter Pan. No. I mean, they've done just a fantastic job. And if I was to choose between Land and World, I would have to say I'd probably take Land. And when I explain it to people, especially in our town, we've got a regular Pizza Hut restaurant, and then you've got like a Pizza Hut Express. It's exact same food in both places, and you can even eat in a Pizza Hut Express, but they've got like 4 tables. It's like a mall location. It's smaller, same quality food, same kind of food, but it's a lot smaller. And really, Disneyland, Disney World is kind of the same thing. Disney World is huge. There are multiple parks. You need much more time to visit Disney World. It is a week-long thing you should prepare for. Whereas Disneyland, you can really do it in 3 days and still get the full Disney experience. The climates are slightly different. Disney World is kind of in a rural area of Florida. There's not a lot encroaching it. There's a bit around it, but in Anaheim, obviously it's in Metro Los Angeles, so it's a busy place, interstates and stuff like that. So there are some differences, and it really comes down to preference. But as far as parks go, Bobby says, went to Disneyland. It was awesome. Shannon says, love Disney. There's so much to do there. Oh, yeah. Laura says, I've been to both, and you can't compare them. I love both for different reasons. They're going to Disneyland in October to take in that 70th anniversary celebration. And again, its birthday is today. Well, I'm glad to hear that we have got a Sunseeker headed down there for the 70th. Have fun, Laura. Have a good time. We've got to say goodbye to our friends on Facebook. We're moving over to Twitch for hour 2 of the show, which begins in seconds, actually, so we have got to run. Thank you, Facebook friends. Have a great Thirsty Thursday. Thank you, YouTube. We're moving over to Twitch. You can lurk in at TylerGlenShow.com if you so choose. Thank you, X, for being here. We'll see you for Keyboard Friday tomorrow, okay? Thank you so much, YouTube. We got to roll. We're moving over to Twitch. Come and join us, okay? We'd love to see you. And thank you, Facebook friends. Thanks again for an awesome camp day.